Is starting an AI food blog in 2025 actually worth it? Well, here's what I think about it. There is a lot of talk around AI content, and some people say that it's not real, that it's low quality, that it's cheating, and I get it. For old school food bloggers, it must be a disaster because they've been perfecting recipes and now you can just create hundreds of recipes with literally just one click. And whether you like it or not, AI is here to stay, and if you don't start an AI food blog, someone else will, and they are going to make money with this site. I believe that even now in 2025 it's still a good idea to do it, so in this video I'm going to talk about it and I'm going to share some of my thoughts with you. But before I start, I want to invite you to my private community called Pin Lions. This is my school community where I teach creators and niche site owners how to grow their blogs, how to use Pinterest for traffic, and how to monetize these sites with ads and affiliate marketing. You can get access to all of my prompts, all of my templates, and all of my custom tools, including the AI recipe writer that I created for myself, which creates very good articles pretty quickly. So if it sounds interesting, the link is in the description. If you don't want to join, that's completely fine. Now let's go back to the video. So let's start with the biggest question. Do AI recipes actually suck? Are they really that bad? Well, the answer is no. These recipes can be actually very good. I'm saying this because I tested quite a lot of recipes on my own. This is the example of the high protein bread that I've made a couple of days ago. It was great, it tasted great, so honestly, it was fully written by AI. At the same time, I'm getting comments under my pins that, for example, this recipe was great, that was fantastic, it tasted awesome. So it seems that people like these recipes. So who am I to say that these recipes are bad? So in my opinion, the AI is not the problem, but the problem is low quality content. And if you use AI to create smart and well-written articles that people actually want to try, well, it's going to work. And I'm not talking about the theory here because I'm actually doing it by myself. I have a couple of different niche sites, and these are the stats from my main site. As you can see, over 170k clicks in the last 90 days. This site has a mix of content, so it's not just about the recipes. There are a lot of different articles like guides, cleaning tips, cleaning hacks, stuff like that, a lot of different sub niches. This site is also monetized with Journey by Mediavine, so it's making money every single day. But I recently launched a new site that's almost all recipes, and it just got approved by Ezoic for ads. I know it's not much, but that was the first day with Ezoic, that's the second day with Ezoic. I'm hoping to scale the traffic and scale these earnings up to, I don't know, 30 or 40 or $50 per day. Then I will be happy. But the fact that this site just got accepted and started making money just proves that you can do it too. So how do you actually start a food blog in 2025? It's not complicated, but you have to do it right. Step one, you have to choose a domain name. So don't overthink this, make it clear, simple, and ideally niche focused unless you want to extend your sub niches. If you are focusing on, I don't know, vegan desserts, just pick a name that makes that obvious. And if it's high protein recipes, well, you can use the words like protein or fit in your domain. Step two is to get hosting, and I recommend Hostinger. I think it's fast, it's affordable, and it's beginner friendly. And you don't need the most expensive plan. You can start with the cheapest plan and take it from there. Next step is to choose your niche, and I believe that you should be a little bit more specific at the beginning. Maybe you can focus only on desserts, maybe on vegan recipes or high protein snacks. I mean, starting with a sub niche means less competition and maybe faster growth at the beginning. But once you gain traction, you can expand to other keywords as well. Is it the best way to do it? I have no idea, but this is what worked for me, so that's why I recommend it. Now, how do you actually create content for your food blog? Well, you've got a lot of options because there are a lot of different AI tools. And you can use ChatGPT or DeepSeek or Claude just for text, and you can use Midjourney or Ideogram for images. You can also try using my custom WordPress plugin that I created for members of my school community. This plugin writes very good recipe articles along with ingredients, instructions, cooking tips, stuff like that. And it generates images using Flux AI, which is very cheap. The images are not always perfect, some might need a little bit of editing, but in the end it's fast, it's very cheap, and it lets you scale very quickly. I have a full video about this plugin on my channel, so if you want to check it out, the link is in the description. And in the next couple of days, I'm going to release the updated version of this plugin, which allows you to create printable PDF recipe cards. So your viewers will be able to very quickly print out the recipes. So what I recommend is to either use ChatGPT or my plugin, just create 10 or 20 articles, optimize everything. If you are using my plugin, just have a look if the images are looking okay. If something looks weird, well, just change the image and take it from there. If you're not using my plugin, well, at least learn how to create at least one very high quality article, then just try to repeat that process multiple times and you'll eventually have hundreds of very good articles on your site. But what's actually the strategy for growing an AI food blog? Well, I believe that you should start with content, and your first goal should be to publish at least 50 high quality articles. You don't have to worry about the design of your site, about the email list or branding, just focus on content first. Once you have the articles, now it's the time to promote it on Pinterest. So I recommend just a couple of pins every single day at first, because you don't want to be shadow banned, you don't want to post 50 pins on your first day. And also think if you can get access to an old Pinterest account. I believe that using an old account instead of opening a new account is actually a better option, because it seems that the aged accounts gets better traction because they have some kind of authority. So just start slow, then gradually increase the volume, and in a couple of months you will be posting 20 or 30 pins every single day, and it's going to lead to very good results. And I know that some of you may be asking, how long does it actually take? How fast can you grow an AI food blog? And if your content is very good, your pins are click-worthy, and you stay consistent, well, you could start seeing traffic after a couple of weeks, but you need to give it at least a couple of months. In the end, it all depends on your niche, on your quality, and how much work you are actually putting in. Recipes perform very well on Pinterest, especially if you make them easy to read and visually appealing and generally helpful. So honestly, it's a very big niche, and there are a lot of different sub niches that you can target. So there are a lot of different opportunities, honestly. But at the same time, you have to remember that Pinterest is a long game. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So you just have to give it enough time for it to grow. When it comes to money, it all depends on how much traffic you have and where the traffic is coming from. So for example, this site makes over 2K per month. This is my main site, and the most traffic comes from the United States, so that's why the RPM is so high. So honestly, the sky is the limit here, and if you are targeting the US users, well, the RPM will range probably somewhere between $20 up to $50, so there's a lot of money to be made on Pinterest. It's definitely possible to create a blog that makes anywhere from a few $100s up to a few $1,000s per month just from ads. And in the end, it's all about the quality, because if your blog has low quality content, the ad networks are not going to accept you. And if they are not going to accept you, you are not going to make money with ads. A lot of people think that they reject AI content, but that's not true. They simply reject low quality content. So if you are publishing very sloppy copy-paste stuff that adds no value, no one's going to approve it. If you want to make your site more appealing for ad networks, you can try my strategy. I created some custom calculators for my food blog. So it's a calorie calculator and BMI calculator. And you can also try offering some free downloads or other useful tools. In the end, if you have a lot of value to offer, the ad networks are going to accept you, and you are going to start making money. So, should you start an AI food blog in 2025? Absolutely, but only if you are willing to do it properly. Just try to make it as high quality as possible and just be consistent on Pinterest, and with time you are definitely going to grow. Of course, if you want to get access to all of my prompts, all of my strategies and custom tools like the AI recipe writer, join the Pin Lions. The link is in the description. We have people from all over the world, so there is a chance that someone from your country is already inside of the community, so two of you can connect and chat about Pinterest. And I just want to say that current price is going to stay up until the end of this week, so if you want to save up, now is the time to join. Okay, thanks for watching this video. Hopefully it was helpful, and if it was, consider subscribing to this channel. See you next time.